So this is Eric's handiwork. He bought some wood that's longer than the bed of the truck, so it's hanging out there a little bit. So, Boo, what are we doing back here?
We need to figure out where we're going to put it. We're going to mark it. We're then going to mow. We're going to lower the wheels, and we're going to mow the lawn where we're building down to dirt level. Then we start building.
Okay, let's start mowing. So we're ready to go. The shed is going out in this area. Partially may have to level some of that out to get it to go there, but he's stalking out the spot. We have to have the setback for the zoning, and we'll be ready to go. Okay, so Eric's putting some stakes in the ground here. What ultimately is going to happen is we're going to mow this really low, and then we have some fabric that's going to go down on the ground that's made for this, and the rock is going to go on top of the fabric.
Or in your case, left. Yeah, no, the 16s are actually going to go sideways. So that way it's a one piece. The 16s are one piece. Because I only need 14 feet. Let's just go up here. Let's take this way out and we go take the demo closer.
Yeah, like this way? Yeah, what I'm going to do.
Is he a good 14?
Yes.
Off of this guy.
I think the shed is 12 feet by 20 feet? I don't know.
Yeah, good. Now. How we doing?
I'm right there.
The problem is we got just we're probably off by what?
I don't know.
Fraction here?
Oh, really? That close? Like that much?
I mean, it's pretty damn close.
If we're off that much,
Well, I don't think we're off that far.
Yeah.
The problem is this stuff stretches, and I'm trying to do my best. I'm trying to do my best not to stretch. But we've got this damn wind going. So you see here. See, if I put it exactly where it was, well, I mean, it's pretty close.
So Eric is, oh Lord. So Eric is scalping the lawn. He might be scalping the lawn. We're going to be putting this fabric down that you put underneath driveways.
I got to be helpful if I stay on. I'm doing your wife. I'm going too far out.
Okay, Eric's bringing out the big guns. Okay.
So we just scalped this to 1.5 inches. It's as low as this mower will go. My beater mower can get lower, but we had a mechanical problem this morning that I won't divulge too much.
He put something in the wrong tank.
If it says oil, don't put gas in there unless you want to do a nice flushing of it, which I'm sure helped. But in the process of getting the gas out of the crankcase, we got the air filter wet, and that's not happy. Plus, spark plug got wet. So they'll be happy. We just need to let it dry out, and I don't want to wait because we got to build. So I think we're good to proceed.
So this is the fabric we ordered to go under the rock. Nobody local had it. We had to order it from Amazon, and because we're putting it in this weekend, we had to get what they had. So this is heavy duty commercial grade geotextile fabric.
It's made to go under gravel driveways.
Yeah, so it goes under gravel
It
driveways.
keeps the dirt separate from the rock.
So you can use this for driveway underlay, paths and sidewalks, roadways, garden weed barriers, patios and porch, and landscaping. We're going to be using something like this in the high tunnel.
Yeah.
So they're used as a weed barrier to provide filtration, stability. You can actually use this under asphalt.
The thing you have to keep in consideration is, at least with a gravel pad, such as for a shed, is you don't want your underlayment to puncture. So it's got to be a certain thickness. You want it to let water go through, because you don't want the puddle, even though the gravel will drain. So there's different things about woven versus unwoven. So you just have to make sure what you buy is strong enough not to puncture, or else why use it? It has to handle, what, 5 tons of gravel?
Yeah.
Plus the weight of your shed, plus all your toys in the shed.
Yeah. So you got to get something good. And this should work good. So they're working on putting in the forms that it will be,
Looks prettier.
it's going to hold the gravel in.
So the first form has to be level. Doesn't matter if it's underground or above ground. Doesn't matter. We're on a 2-dimensional hill. The hill is coming from that direction downward, but also from here to there. He's the lowest spot, he's the highest spot, and these guys are somewhere in the middle. It's very deceiving when you walk around, but like Charlie says, water don't lie. So when you're using a level, trust the bubble. Don't trust your eyes. So this guy's going to be buried under the ground. Unfortunately, that doesn't leave us any room for gravel, right? So we're going to be putting a second one on top of him. The problem is we're going to have to dig this whole corner out, because that means I'd have to go a 3rd level of lumber, and then the guy down here would be real tall, which I don't want to do. So we're going to dig this whole corner out a little bit. So you'll see when we get the next layer, but we're just in the process of trying to get this one. This is the worst of the hill right here. Once we get this guy going, it'll be fairly easy to get the other ones dug out and get them connected.
Because it's so unlevel, they had to dig down. And then, so we're going to level out the dirt and put that weed block thing down there. And then they'll come in and dump the gravel in. So we still have another layer of wood to put up here.
So this is our project after a couple of days here. Lots of digging. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. This is the high point. If you can see down there, let's get closer. We had to go at least like a foot down. We got 3 rows. We could have cheated because it is underground, but then that would be cheating and it would fall apart on us. We're going to the next angle. And he's not as deep because this hill runs the opposite direction. We have 2 angles, left to right and forward and aft. And that's why we couldn't cheat and run like a stagger. We're using lags on the top to take care of any warpage and suck the boards down. We already countersunk number 2 row into number 1 row, and we're getting ready to do the number 3 row into number 2. These are some of the prior victims here. We will be doing the rebar like those guys. And these guys in a little bit here. This is the low part. See how he's all above ground? We'll trim that wood off. He's all above ground. He's barely above ground. Lots of digging over there. So we're gonna backfill in some of the dirt along the forms, both on the outsides, like you can kind of see here, and further up here. And we'll mostly take this guy and spread them out among there, what we don't have. We'll get some of these dirt clods out, but it'll be relatively smooth. And then we can put the fabric down. But for today, we're definitely getting all these rods in here, and then we'll deal with the digging and the fabric.